I do not have BFG ears. No, I don't. Shut up! The BFG. So the BFG is based off of a Roald Dahl book of the same name, as well as the 1989 animated movie, The BFG. A movie that I really loved as a kid. This is part of my childhood right here. I love this movie. The movie stars Mark Rylance, Ruby Barnhill, Bill Hader, Rebecca Hall, Jermaine Clement, Penelope Wilton and Rafe Spall, with the music composed by John Williams and directed by Steven Spielberg. And in this movie, Ruby Barnhill plays Sophie, who is an orphan, and when she's wandering around the orphanage at night, she hears a noise coming from outside, and so she goes to investigate, in which she finds a giant. The giant himself is from Giant Country, which he wants to keep secret and away from humans, and so he takes Sophie back to Giant Country with him in a blind panic that he wants to keep his place safe. But that's not the only reason, because in Giant Country he's the only friendly giant. There are 9 other giants who are human being eaters. But Sophie herself was picked up by the BFG, who calls himself the Big Friendly Giant, and that's what he is, a kind, caring and compassionate person, and that definitely comes off in Mark Rylance's performance. Due to it being motion capture, Mark Rylance had to rely a lot more on his eyes rather than his facial expressions to express emotion. And whenever you get a close-up of the BFG and you're looking into his eyes, you can't help but fall in love with the guy. The guy's a great character, and it's definitely down to Mark Rylance's portrayal of that character. He did a great job in this movie. Ruby Barnhill did a great job as playing Sophie as well, considering for the most part of this movie she was more than likely acting towards a big ball on a stick. She made her character believable and honest, so when she was looking at this giant and you saw a close-up of her face, you believed that she was seeing this giant in front of her. I thought the acting for the other 9 giants as well were really well cast. I couldn't really tell you who plays who without looking them up, but they all did a great job in their roles. They were mean, they were threatening, and they were also quite funny at times. And as for the rest of the cast, when you do get to see more human characters, they all do a great job as well. But other than that, the movie does focus on the BFG and Sophie. And what helped a lot more as well is these 2 characters had great chemistry together on screen. And with this being a Steven Spielberg movie, you know this movie is going to be really well directed, and it is. The camera movements are fluid, the shots are beautiful, and the visual effects, although great for the most part, there were a few times where I thought it slipped a little bit. And my only real big issue with this movie is the second act of this movie, it does kind of slow down. The first part of the movie where she meets the BFG, that happened quite quickly, and it moves along from there to the second act. That just slows down at a nice steady pace before picking up again for the last act. So overall, I did have a good time with this movie, and I can see families really enjoying this movie. This is a very good family film. The acting was great. Mark Rylance was incredible as the BFG. There's a great child performance by Ruby Barnhill. The visuals are good. The score by John Williams is good. It's well directed, and although a few pacing issues in the second act, I can definitely recommend that you go and see this movie, because I'm going to give the BFG 4 stars. Also guys, if you haven't already, please do check out the original 1989 movie. David Jason voices the BFG in this movie, and there's also a song that relates to the whiz poppers that you've heard in this new movie. So, the BFG, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks ever so much for watching guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks as always for watching guys, and I will see you in the next video.